Okay. Good night, good evening, good morning, wherever you're logging on from. My name is Charmaine. I am a healthcare worker. I am a digital business owner, and I'm here tonight with a live. We're just going to have a conversation. I have five wonderful ladies who will come on shortly and introduce themselves, and we're going to have a live conversation. And tonight, we're going to be speaking on creating more time, flexibility with an online business, why we started, what we've gained, and also how you who are watching us tonight, how you can start your own online business. It doesn't matter your career background. You could be a healthcare worker, you could be a training specialist like Kate, who is going to be coming on. You could be a salesperson, an RN. It does not matter. We have HR. We have every type of career levels in this online space. You can also be a stay-home mom. It doesn't not matter. You can do this online business. So we're here to let you know how we started, what we have gained, and how you can start your own online business and still do your 9 to 5, or in the future, this can be your only job if you want it as a side hustle. So we're here to guide you. We're here to help you. We're here to show you the way how you can let your 2026 start differently from how your 2025 started and ended. So if you're looking for a change, if you're looking for something, if you are skeptical, if you are on the sideline and wondering what can you do to change your own trajectory, we're here tonight to let you know we are doing it, and we're here to introduce it to you tonight. So I'm going to have my ladies come on stage and they will introduce themselves to you. So wherever you're watching from, share this live with someone at this moment. Do not move. Get your notebook, get your pen, take notes, ask question, comment in the chat. Where are you watching us from? Ask your questions. We're here to answer you, and let us just enjoy this moment. I'm on this platform every Thursday night, 8 p.m., sharing different topics, trying to help others to change their whole own trajectory so they can have lifestyle freedom, they can have the life they desire to live, and also be legacy for themselves and their family. We have Sashana, we have Dami, we have Kate, Coco, and Melissa. So here we have all the ladies here. Ladies, welcome, and happy to have you tonight. And I want you to all just just introduce yourself briefly to the audience before we get into the live, starting with Sashana, who is a sales representative. Go ahead, Sashana.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Charmaine, for inviting me to your live. I am Sushana. I am originally from Jamaica, living here in Winnipeg, Canada. I am in retail. I've been in retail for over 8 years, and I am a mom and also a digital entrepreneur.
Go ahead, Dami. We're going Dami, then we have Melissa, then Coco, and then Kate. Go ahead in the order.
Hello, everyone. My name is Dami, originally from Nigeria. I currently live in Saskatchewan, Canada. I'm a wife, I'm a mom, I'm a HR professional, and now a proud digital business mentor. Thanks for having me, Shamin.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Charmaine, for having me here. Hi, my name is Melissa. I'm an ER nurse. I'm a nurse for almost 20 years. I'm a mom of two and a proud digital business owner. I'm originally from the Philippines, now here in Houston, Texas. Thank you for this opportunity.
Coco, you're muted. Unmute. We're not hearing you.
Oops, I'm sorry. Yes,
That's all right.
Okay, this is Coco from Virginia Beach, Virginia, United States, originally from Japan. And as you see, I wasn't tech savvy at all, but I've learned a lot from this digital business. I just want to mention about that. But anyway, I am a mom of one grown-up daughter and also grandma of one cat and one chinchilla who is my daughter's pet, but I call them my fur grandbaby. Back to you. Thank you.
Good night, everyone. I hope you can hear me, Charmaine.
Yes, we can.
Okay. So I am Kate. My background is in education for over 17 plus years. I currently work as a training specialist. I am a mom, a wife. I wear so many hats. I'm a mentor, and I am a proud digital business owner. And I thank you so much for inviting me to the live tonight. Looking forward to a wonderful conversation.
Okay, perfect, perfect. That sounds good tonight, ladies. And I'm also happy to have each and every one of you on this platform tonight. And I can say we have different ladies from different parts of the world. You know, people live in Canada, the USA, and it's just different parts. And this is a global business where we're currently in 27 different countries worldwide, and this business has been around for over 51 years. Isn't that awesome? For those who are wondering if it's new, it's not new. You know, I've been doing it for over a year, and I can say I'm so thankful to God that I came upon this opportunity, and I'm loving it, and I'm willing to help others to earn and to grow just as how I am growing, because each one should teach one. And I know there's a lot of people out there looking for opportunities, so I'm saying to you tonight, this is an opportunity that can help you to enhance yourself in many different ways. And I've grown not just financially, but in so many ways, that I never even thought I would even want to venture in those avenues, but I did because of this business, and because of that I am thankful for that. So tonight we're going to just have the ladies, each of them, tell their why. Like, what's your why? Like, why did you start an online business? What pushes you to start this online business? And what were you looking for? Some people look for different stuff. For me, I was looking for an extra stream of income. I was looking for flexibility too. And now my business that I do now, I don't have to work extra shift. I have this as my 5 to 9. I come home and I just do my business from home. So I don't have to say when 4 o'clock comes, I clock out and I'm hitting the highway and I'm heading home. No longer have to say I want to do overtime. No, I can be home doing my business. I can make a cup of coffee. I can sit, I can eat, I can relax, spend time with my family right home. And it's such an awesome opportunity. So share why for yourself. What's your why? Why did you start it? And also what pushes you to start. For me, I have a daughter in college and I want to create a legacy for her too, and to be able to do things with her that I didn't have that opportunity growing up, because I'm from Jamaica. Yes. And my mother had 6 of us. So having 6 children, to raise them up as a single mom, I didn't have a lot of luxury. So I want to create a better lifestyle for myself and also for my own child, and to help others. How about you tonight? Starting with Sashana. You can unmute, guys. We're having conversation. We're here to chat and to let people know that this is doable for them out there who is watching us tonight.
So, for me personally, I started this business because I wanted more flexibility, more options, right? Because even though I'm a Jamaican, I know that persons from all over, they work hard, right? But I know the reason why I came here, and as such, I work as hard as I can. But it wasn't that. It was a lack of time that I wasn't being able to spend with my family, and the flexibility, plus the rising cost of living, right? And this is like every day, right? I wanted like something that could be my plan B, which will eventually turn into my plan A, right? Later down the line, right? So this was why I started. And as you know already, I am in retail, right? I realized that as much as I like helping people, the long hours, the inconsistency with the shifts, and the day that you never know that your job will be taken away from you. And as such, I had ventured into this online space, and I'm very grateful that I did.
I would say for me, very similar to Sashana, I wanted flexibility. I wanted to create extra stream of income, diversify my income, so I'm not just relying on my 9 to 5, even though I love my job. But I wanted to do something that wasn't tied to a boss, something that wasn't tied to a schedule that I could work from anywhere. Now, in also doing that, I wanted control over my time. And I wanted a business model that didn't involve big startup costs, didn't involve me keeping inventory, selling to friends, or having tech skills. So these were all the things I was looking out for. Plus, I have a 16-year-old who will be going to university soon, and I want him to start off debt free. So all those things were part of things I was looking at when I was thinking of a plan B, so to speak. Thanks.
All right. So hi. So for me, my story actually didn't start in Texas. It started in the Philippines. So, and like many of you know, like an immigrant, and every Filipino was taught. I grew up being told over and over na go abroad, you'll be rich. So I did what I was taught to do. So I initially ventured to the United Kingdom. So I was there for 9 years. They said, "Oh, you're gonna be earning pounds. You're gonna be rich," but then it's still not enough. So I said, "Okay, I will try going to the U.S." because they said, "Oh, going to the U.S., you'll be more rich." So I ventured to the US, and I'm here since 2018. I've been here for like 6 years now. So, and still I'm not rich. So I was thinking, okay, then I picked up another job. So I had two jobs. So, like, I thought those having two jobs, will make me rich. However, I actually didn't became rich. It's still the same. I'm still grinding, working hard, but then I'm missing a lot of moments in family time. Especially I have two girls, so I said, okay, Lord, maybe this is no. I thought there's something more than working two jobs, and getting busier, two jobs, long shift, exhaustion, missing moments with my little girls. So I realized that promise wasn't true. So as I said, going abroad didn't make me rich, and that when God nudged my heart, then this business uh, pushed me to start. I mean, it was introduced to me actually 4 years ago before I actually went to it. I saw my friend, being successful here, and I see that this is becoming her plan A. So that's why I went to it, and I want more time and more freedom to be able to spend with my husband and be with my girls.
Okay. Yes. Like I say, I'm from Japan, and
Coco,
I
can you raise your seat a little higher? Raise your like yes, sit up.
okay. Oh, my face. Okay. Here.
Yes.
Can you see?
Thank
Okay.
you very much.
Yeah. Thank you. I didn't notice that. Yes. So I moved to the United States about like 30 years ago, and I built my own nail salon business, and then I worked in the industry for 25 years, good years, and then I loved my work. And during that time, I raised my daughter as a single mom, and who is now 27. But after many, many years, I started having a serious health challenge, like occupation hazard, my wrist and my neck. And so when I went to see my doctor, they told me I could no longer do nail work because my neck and the wrist were worn out. And if I continue doing this, would eventually require surgery. So around the same time, my family in Japan called me home to help take care of my aging parents. So I made a difficult decision to sell my nail salon and my home. And, my daughter had to graduate from the college, and then she was okay and staying in the United States. I just want to make sure. And then I went back to Japan for a few years. And I'm so grateful that I got the time with my parents. But eventually, I knew it was time to return to the United States because my daughter's here. So I wanted to be close to my daughter again. So I came back. I was 57, and it was 2023. And starting over and then asking myself, what I'm going to do now, because since I've been doing a nail all the time, and then so now what I'm supposed to do, I couldn't go back to nail work, but I still have to pay the bill, right? So I found a job, and it paid enough. The money was okay, but that was it. And my daughter was living her own life, and then I started to wonder, is this it? Is this how the rest of my life will be? It's going to be like that. And then I wanted to more. I wanted to travel, to live fully, and to enjoy my later years after everything I had to give into my family and taking care, So that's when I discovered on my online business. And I didn't know anything about online work, no experience, no skill. I felt like a least, technical person ever, like a cave woman, But something in me said, try it. You're going to start all over again anyway. So why don't you try new things? And then this could be exciting. So that's what I started. And now it's going to be almost 2 years, a few months later. But now I'm learning every single day. And then I met so many amazing people all around the world as my business partner. And then amazing things at this my age, learning feels so incredible. It it like my mind woke up again. I feel young again, But now I don't even mind to going to my daytime job. It was bowling. I didn't go. I didn't like it. But now, I'm still working the same. But
Okay.
my mindset is different now. So I really, really enjoy. And, as long as I keep growing and learning, staying consistent, I know my dream, the traveling, enjoying everything. So I am so thankful to meet this business. And thank you very much.
You are most welcome. Yes, and you've been hearing from the ladies who is in retail, HR, nail specialty in the salon, getting yourself all beautifully done, and the nurse. And now we are hearing from Kate, who is gonna tell you about her why she started, what pushes her, and also why she's looking for what she's looking for in the business, because we must have a reason, or why must be strong. What are we looking for, and what pushes us to really want it to work online?
Thank you so much, Charmaine. So I migrated to Canada from Jamaica, and I live in New Brunswick. So when I got here, I thought that getting a job would have been so easy because I'm in education. It should be a breeze. And I'm here in what some would call the land of opportunity. But unfortunately, I spent 2 years without a job. And so when I realized that, this is not what I thought it would have been. It's not the better opportunity, I just had to figure something else out, because I've always said I'm here on a mission and failure is not an option. I am not going to fail because that's not what I came for. So I had to seek alternative ways of earning, or unconventional methods, I would say. And so it's when I came across the digital business. And I'll tell you this, ladies, I came across it actually before I embarked on this journey. I actually went in and came out. This is my second time entering this digital business space. So I know it's for real. But one of the things I also, I eventually got employment because I now work as a training specialist. And truly, ladies, I'm grateful, I'm thankful for my 9 to 5. However, something in me is always telling me, and I believe it's the Holy Spirit, there is more in store. I didn't come all this way just to be at a 9 to 5 where I have no freedom, no flexibility. Mind you, again, my disclaimer, I'm extremely grateful. It pays my bills. It helps to take care of my family. However, my freedom, I'd like to visit my families abroad. I have families scattered all over, and my 9 to 5 will take care of the basics, but it will never exceed that. It will never give me the vision, the dreams, and the aspiration that I have, right? Recently, I have my little nana, because I'm also a nana, because I have 3 children. 2 are grown, and 1 young son. He's 13 going on 30. That's my baby. But I have my little 3-year-old spending time, and I was able to go to her Christmas concert. And I was saying, my God, I took 1 day off, and I was saying, wow, I wonder what it would feel like if this was the start of my early retirement, And to be honest with you, ladies, I love my 9 to 5, but I'm no longer attracted to getting up every morning to travel to a space at a desk and a place that I'm confined. I'm no longer attracted to that kind of a setting. And I realize that, I desire more. I desire differently. And so that is my why. I have to prepare for post 9 to 5. What then? What do I do? Because as you and I know that with the regular 9 to 5, it cannot accommodate you when you retire. There's so far and no more that you can go with it. So what am I going to put in place? What am I doing? So these are some of my whys, and there are many, but I tell you, I'm so grateful that I found this opportunity, and I intend on making well at it. I intend on, really being the best that I can be. And I'll just share one quick thing before I close my microphone. I have a brother a church brother in Jamaica, and he's 1 week from retirement. And I got the news on Sunday that he died from a heart attack. He didn't even get to live out his retirement. He died. And why did he die from a heart attack? Work. He was overworking himself, right? And so these are some of the things that I contemplate and I think about. I cannot exhaust myself just fixing other people and not fixing myself. I have to be more proactive and not just reactive. That's not my portion. There's so much more in store for me and for all of us.
That's powerful. That's powerful. So much in store for all of us. And that's powerful. And you rightfully said that it's no longer you're waiting until 65 or 70 to retire to enjoy the life that God has so blessed you with. It's now is the time. You do stuff that you can get to enjoy your children. Be in school activities. Go with them to the park. Kids crave the attention of their parents, their guardian. They need you to show up for them because sometimes they see other parents showing up for other children. But mommy, leave work, home 8 o'clock, go to work, leave work, go into another work. And then by the time mommy come home, baby sleeping. That's not life. Here's a better way for you to have time with your kids and to enjoy them and to create that future for them that they will never say, okay, where were you when I needed you? You wasn't there for me. And sometimes it causes the children to stray and to do things that you didn't want your kids to get involved in. So this business is a business that offers you the opportunity where you can get to spend time with your kids, enjoy their growing up. They enjoy you too while they're growing up, and so much more. So much more. It's time for us to get out of the box and think and have the mindset to change our trajectory by we want to make our own schedule. We're tired of people making our schedule for us, working on their clock. I was home a few days and I said to my husband, boy, retirement feel goody, man. This business is gonna retire me early because it feel good to just get up and to just go on my laptop or check my phone and to see who checking in, because the beauty about what we're doing, it runs in automation. I am sleeping and I wake up and I see some messages. People are interested and want to know more about what I'm talking about online. And this is what this is just what the beauty of working online is for us. And that's why we're here to share it with you. That mother, that father, that grandmother, you don't have to tell yourself age is just a number. We have people doing this business who are over 70 years old. I think they said the oldest person is in their 80s. And you know why it is the beauty that age is not a factor, because the trainings is just phenomenal. You don't have to wonder what you're going to do. You're not alone. You have assistant. All the training is laid out for you step by step and guidance on what to do. And the beauty also, plus with the training, you have a mentor who you can call, you can text, you can email, you have a coach and a wide community of over 270,000 people in this business worldwide. And we have so many different sessions daily where you can gather any information you need where you're falling short to learn how to scale and to leverage in the online space. That's beautiful. Thank you, ladies. Thank you very much. And what would you love to gain? I want to gain my freedom back. And I know many people will say that. I want to just look on the ticket and say, okay, let's go here next week. We're planning to go on a trip. You know what I mean? And just do what I just want to do for myself and my family. My lifestyle. I'm up in age right now. I see one of my coworkers the other day crying to me, the shoulder breaking out. She called out for so many days because she cannot come to work. I said, I'm introducing you to an online business where you don't have to worry about your shoulder anymore. So here I am. I'm ready to help you, to walk with you. So let's see if she's ready. I already introduced it to her, right? So ladies, what I would say, what are you hoping to gain from this online business? And for the viewers who are watching us, they have their desire. They're anticipating great things if they come on board. So what are you saying to them watching you? What are you hoping to gain? There's so many things that you can gain from this online space. But what are you hoping to gain? What are you in for the long haul? What are you in for it? So those people who are watching you, who are going to watch your replay on your lives, also your Facebook, and they'll hear you and they'll see if, okay, let me see if what Coco is saying is resonating with me. So you're talking to them and they'll say, okay, yeah, I was like her. So let me reach out and see what Kate is saying to me, because she's really speaking to me. I had this lady the other day. She was watching me. She called. She said, Charmaine, I want to know more. I introduced her to and all of that. And she was listening, watching the free webinar. She said, this is speaking to me. I need this. She came on board because you know what? It's a real business, 100% legitimate. Yes. You don't have to wonder if it's real. It is real, 100%. It's taxable. And if it's taxable, you don't have to ask any more questions. If it's real, it is. So tell the audience who is watching you or might catch you in a replay, what are you hoping to gain from this business? Because I want you to speak to them and they're watching you and to say, okay, what you're saying you're speaking to them also, the persons who are looking for something, and you can relate to them, and they can relate to what you are saying to them tonight. Take it away, Kate. Go ahead.
Charmaine, I just want to say, and to the rest of you ladies, and to all who are viewing, I'm already gaining from this business. I've gained confidence I never thought I needed. I thought I was confident, boldness, the tools that I use, the training materials, the additional skill sets that I have garnered over the short period that I've been a part of this business, the use of AI and how I can use that to leverage my business, or new opportunities, the online space is open, the ability, the speaking, the opportunity to speak and to sort of develop my skill set at speaking, because a lot of us will speak one-on-one, but when it comes onto a platform or a setting, an audience, it's difficult, and no matter how I was a teacher before, and so I thought I could do well so I have been gaining, I have been benefiting tremendously. I am a far more rounded individual than I was prior to now. However, one of the main things, with God's help and His grace, I want to retire early. I need early retirement, because that's one of the things I recognize somebody's background is. Sorry. Right. I realize that, especially as women, we work ourselves to the bone. And even when it's time for us to take a step back, we're still at it. Why? Because we don't have a choice. The bills are still there. The mortgage is still there. I mean, the children are still there. And there's so many responsibilities that we have that we are not able to adequately attend to within the working lifetime. And so I require retirement. I require rest and flexibility. I need that freedom to be able to make certain decisions for myself, for my family, for my own comfort. I need to be able to relax at home. I mean, it's cold outside right now, right? It's snowing, it's raining, it's doing all kind of things, and I have to be hustling and bustling, day after day in the out. Again, I'm grateful, don't get me wrong, but is there something wrong with wanting more, wanting differently? No, because what God has given me so many gifts and so many talents, and He's saying use it. Ladies, may I say to you tonight, I was watching on Facebook, I saw a lady, and she was teaching people how to dance with their dogs. I mean, that thing hit me like a ton of brick. And I'm saying, and she's making money left, right, and center. And listen, it's the love of money is the root of all evil, not money itself, because money is needed to make the men run. And when I saw that video, I was blown away. I said, Holy Spirit, what about my giftings and my talents? I began to inquire of the Lord instantly. And He's saying to me, Kate, you have them. You just have not been using them. And so these are just some of the things that I am expecting from this opportunity as I continue the journey in this digital business. There is so much in store, and I want to be able to capture what I have invested in, because I know the return is going to be significant. It has started already, and I intend to continue.
Wow. Awesome. I guess she has spoken, right? What are you hope to gain? What do you hope to gain? I mean, everybody have different anticipation. Everyone is looking for different things. Your mindset is different, and what Kate, as Kate said, her desire is to retire early, right? To live her life on her terms that God has given her. He said, I know the plans I have for you, and she's basking in the opportunity. So anticipating that one day soon it will come to manifestation, right? And you speak it and you write the vision and you make it plain and you read it and you run with it, because one day it will happen. right? If you just believe and hold on to his promises, without a doubt, it will come to manifestation. We don't know when, but we know it will. So we are praying for, David said, when I'm long on time and short on need, make haste, Lord, to deliver me, right? So it will come in due time, his timing. So what would you say, Sashana, you have gained from this online business that you're doing at this present moment?
For me personally, I have gained more freedom, time freedom, and flexibility. I didn't have it because I was busy trying to make ends meet and missing out on my child's growth. I also skills, marketing skills, the confidence to speak. And this was not me a couple years back. I am shy of the camera. I stay away from the camera, right? And also I have hope, like helping others to come on board and join this business, this amazing business. Also, I have a community who is always there, and they're looking to achieve the same things that I'm looking for: the independence, the flexibility, and the time freedom, right? Because we migrate, right? We migrate for a better life, and as such we have to go after it, chase it, and at the same time be there for our family, because our family comes first, right? Yeah, that's what I have to say regarding the gain.
The community, right?
Yes.
And family come first. So now she's able to be there for her munchkin, her little daughter, her princess. And that's awesome. Who wouldn't want that opportunity? Who is watching tonight who wouldn't want that opportunity? And it is an awesome opportunity, because it's a time that you will never forget, and that your daughter won't forget that time also that she's getting to spend with you now. And I would say too, some people have gained extra income, right? Some people has gained confidence, as Kate said, right? New skills, Sashana said it, you name it. The community, you've met people from all over. I've met some people I've never known, like I'm talking about Ireland, Australia, and I'm like, if it wasn't because of this online business, I wouldn't ever dream, because I don't know if they do pen pal anymore. So, so I thank God for this online space. And boy, I can tell you, I have grown so much. Technologically, I have grown so much. Like things I never knew that I would even be interested in online. No, it's a breeze for me. 1, 2, 3. I just go on my phone and it's a 1, 2, 3. It's just like, for me, it's become so easy, and it's because of this online business. So many things you're able to learn and to help to grow yourself. You grow in many different ways. Not to mention your mindset, the way how you used to think before. You don't think like that anymore. You learn to meditate more, to just focus more. And when you focus on the Lord more, your business becomes easier. That's I'm talking about me. My business become easier for me to do it, because my focus is on him, and he is my lead, and he's guiding me in this space, and I'm so grateful. So I'd say to Dami, what is your what are you hoping to gain, or what have you gained from being in this online business now? Somebody is watching you, an HR person who is out there in corporate, listening to you, what you're saying to them, so they can say, wow, if you're doing it, then they can do it too, Yes.
Absolutely, Charmaine. There's just so much to gain in this business. Like the ladies have said, where do we begin to start from? There's this joy, this sense of purpose I feel, knowing I'm building something that is mine, not tied to a boss, not tied to a location. With my phone and a Wi-Fi, I know I can go anywhere and work from anywhere. And you can even work in pockets of time. I mean, I can work in the morning, I can work after work in the evening when I come back home. So it just gives you that flexibility to do what you want, work anywhere and how you want to work it. You build your own schedule. And it just gives you more time for family, self care, rest, personal goals. It's just so empowering, when you have a business that you can just take anywhere. Plus, you're building long-term income with the power of automation, processes, systems, and it's just beautiful. And looking at long-term goals as well, a retirement plan. Now, when I wake up in the morning, I'm going to my 9 to 5. I don't feel bad because I know I'm building something. There's hope now. There's a renewed hope, a renewed energy in me. I'm not going to work feeling upset. Even if something happens at work, I'm not feeling sad. I'm not feeling down about it because I know I'm building something that is mine and is a legacy that even my children and my children's children will benefit from. The feeling is just awesome, Shami. Thanks.
Awesome, 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 Dami. I get what you're saying. Awesome. So, Coco, what would you like say? For example, you have someone out there like who is really looking for something and they're saying to themselves, I really don't know. I am ready, but am I ready? There's some fear like is holding them back. You unmute yourself while I'm speaking. And they're fearful of deep diving into something that they have never done before, because you do have people like that, right? They're
Yes.
so skeptical, they're scared, they're hesitant
Mm-hmm.
because you don't know what it is.
Yeah.
And as you said, you were there, and but you gave yourself that opportunity, being a nail specialist for over 20 plus years. But you knew there is more for you and you wanted that more. And even though you had that little skepticism, because I mean it's a space that you have no knowledge of,
No.
no idea. You wasn't tech savvy,
No.
you didn't know much about online and what to do, what not to do, but you came in anyhow.
Yeah.
What would you say to that person who is watching you now, who is having the same thoughts that you had prior to starting?
Yes, that is a perfect topic for me, Charmaine. Yes. So, like I say, I was like a caveman. I've been living in a cave. That really anti or back no technology background. I don't have it. And I didn't even shopping online, or I didn't even order the food or grocery or anything. That's how much, because most people like getting to the shift in the online since COVID, like a COVID and the pandemic, and little by little the people shifting stuff online. But even though I never done it before, I did not even have to use computer. I did not own my computer when I start this business, because I start this business with my daughter's old laptop that I found in my home, because when she moved out, she got a new one, so she left the old one. So I found it. So that's how I started business. And that's, of course, I did not, but I just follow my guts because I was so in dark and I need a purpose for my life. And I was so devastated because I used to love my job, but physically I cannot capable anymore. So it was really devastated. But when I saw this, when I met this digital business, something tells me it's like a wake up call, and just try. And then I just did it. And then, after 19 months, 20 months, I'm so proud of myself in the back in the month ago, because you know what? Everybody have a right to create your own life. So if somebody watching this or listening us right now, it's not an accident. It's meant to be. But you the one to take the action, So I totally get it. If you are skeptical, if you worry because you don't have any background of a technique or anything, because I was the other side of the screen 20 months ago. But now look at me. I can do Zoom. I talk to your ladies all over the world, through the computer, I mean, I've learned, I've gained so much confidence through this business, and I know how to set the right mindset because the community support and everything. So I'm here. So if you are skeptical, if you need to change, if you think like, oh, am I too old for new stuff and no, look at me. So come join us. That's what I wanted to tell people. Okay, and then if you are inspire one of ours, us story, there's a website here, and then you can drop the Facebook or comment or anything. We all different, but we all have the same intention, and we learn together, grow together. So I am so thankful, and thank you for having me. So come join us. That's all for me.
Powerful, because I love that, because you know what, you're saying to that person who are like you're speaking to you out there. Don't look at my age, don't look at my knowledge about being tech savvy, understanding the new era. I went in, I started scared, I started anyhow, and now I'm loving what I started. Isn't that powerful? You did it.
Yes.
And you're in it for the long haul. And that's awesome. So that person who's watching you tonight, they heard you. And they will reach out to you because they heard you. They're there and they're watching you. And the others will watch you in a replay. So, Melissa, what's your vision for your future in this business? Like, what are you, sometimes we have the short term, we have the long term. What's your vision? Because anything you start, there must be a vision, right?
So yes, thank you for that. So as I said, when I started this business, I just jumped into it. I was scared, of course. I was skeptical at first, and I don't know. I just know that I'm looking at myself in the future that I'll be retiring with this business. I know that I started this as my plan B. I do hustle. As I said, hustled 2 jobs. I work. I migrated from other countries, and this one I see people succeeding in this business. They just started. Very, as I said, very skeptical, very afraid, very nervous, but they came out very very confident. They earned the freedom, so that's what I'm hoping for, to gain this freedom, to be able to travel freely without limits, to be able to be mortgage free, debt free, and spend more time with my kids and my husband.
With family. She came from another country. She saw others in the business before she started, because the beauty about this business, when you give anyone who is watching, who you may say, okay, I want to start with Kate, I want to start with Dami, I want to start with Sashana, Coco, or Melissa. Whenever you reach out to that person and you give them your email, you get a free 90-minute webinar to watch. And in that webinar, you will see how the business operates, the inside of the business, a preview, right? Before you see the whole movie, you get to see that little clip of that to say, okay, yes, I think I want to go watch that movie. Yes, it's interesting. Okay, so Melissa is saying to you, she saw that. She saw it firsthand. She see what others were doing. She saw success stories. And that is what intrigued her to come on board, because she knew she needed a change. Not want. She needed a change. And when you need something, it's something within your gut is pulling you to move forward, because you're earnestly desiring something and it's heavily on your heart. So it's like, no matter how you try to pull away from it, the magnet, it's pulling you back, it's pulling you towards that thing, because that is the thing that you need to start. So if you're feeling that pull right now while you're watching us, or if you're feeling the pull, if you're going to watch us in a replay, reach out to any one of these lady. Reach out to them. Comment in their comment on their page, ready. You watch the live and you're ready, or reach out to them privately with a message, and they will guide you on how you can get started. You are watching us and you're hoping and you're praying and asking God, what can I do? I've been trying so many other different stuff and it's not working. We have a business partner who did over 24 failed businesses. 24 failed businesses. And when he saw this one, his wife told him, no, don't. And he felt that pull, like you're feeling now, who is watching us. You're feeling that pull right now. He felt that pull. So even though his spouse tell him no, he did it. And now, this is his only business. And he's doing it for 7 years. And it has changed his entire life completely. So you know what? He didn't look on the 24 business that he had lost, because the one that he gained is more than the 24 that he had lost in. Isn't that powerful? So we're here to tell you tonight, if you're feeling that pull, comment ready in the chat or reach out. You here, you're watching us, all their website is right in front of you on the screen. You can reach out. They are willing and able to speak to you, to guide you, to let you know your next step, how you can get started. Right? So ladies, for example, I know we have different schedules. And you know what, viewers, this business, you can still do it with your 9 to 5. You can still do it with your 9 to 5. And in the future, it can be your only business, because this is how awesome this business is, right? So with busy schedule, with your busy, how do you balance the online life? Because, you know, people are watching you right now and they're saying, yes, even if I'm going to start, I still have my job. How do I balance my job, my life, you know, with the business? How do I balance online business with my life? For example, I have my kids, I have family, I have work, busy routines, and, you know, setting small pockets of time. How would you say that person that you're speaking to would balance their online business with their busy life, with life? How would you say would they balance? Kate, what would you say to that person? How can they balance the online business with their work schedule? And know your work, your training specialist is a busy job, you know. How would they balance with their job? Work schedule. Mm-hmm.
Yes, thank you for that question. That's such an important question in this business. We spend a lot of time building our employers that we work for between the 9 to 5, and for some people they do overtime because they spend that time building their employers. And I don't have a problem if you invest in your 9 to 5. That's good. But if you recognize that, well, and I mean, at this point, you should realize that, and as many people would often tell you, that a 9 to 5 will take care of the basics for your life, but it will never go beyond that. And so it becomes, what is it that you prioritize? And how do you balance that priority? Because while you're building this business that most of us here we have 9 to 5s, and we are building this on the side because the intention is for it to become more mainstream of income, right? And so how do we prioritize? So yes, we have a full day and some of us have children and so, but what is it that you are willing to do to invest in yourself, your future, your children, you know? How do you see yourself in another 5 years, 10 years? Because that is the key to how successful you will become. But one of the things that this business offers is that flexibility, that you can actually approach it based on the time that you have. And so and I used to do it even up to recently. I spend a significant amount of time scrolling through my phone. That is time that I could use to focus on my business. So what I have done now is I have pulled back and I have reduced the amount of time that I spend on my phone, because we think we don't have time, Charmaine, but we do. And so that time that I have spending on my
Indeed.
phone, I invest it into my business. All right, then. We would sit up and we would watch a movie. I mean, from up to 12 o'clock in the night. That 2 hour, 2.5 hour, 3 hours could be spent because the movie is not going anywhere. It's going to be on Netflix. It's going to be there when you need it. It just become a matter of priority. Now, another thing that you can also do, well, in recent times too, I have also recognized that because you have to be careful, the body is also important. So there's a lot of balancing going on. Your vitamins become important. Going to your bed early and rising early. So just as how I rise an extra hour so I can do my devotions in the morning, so I'm not missing out where my faith is concerned, the same thing, I can rise a bit earlier, do a half or 45 minutes or an hour, investing that time in my business. So it just becomes a matter of priority, what it is that you're prioritizing, how important is your business to you, how important is your investment, and that is going to make the difference. So if you're going to talk about time, time is available, and believe it or not, if you have an hour, you invest it. If you can find a half an hour, you invest it. What is important is that you're consistently doing it. So don't look at the fact that you don't have 5 hours. Don't watch Bob, who is a stay-at-home father, or Mary, who is a stay-at-home mother, and she have all day. Don't watch that. Watch your time, what you have, and whatever it is that you have. Invest it and do so consistently. That is going to make or break the deal.
Wow. You hear that? Who is watching? Time. You find time to stroll on social media on those influencers, not going anywhere. You can put that time in your business. You find time to watch movie that is not even necessary, but the movie you can go back to and watch it. Block out time for your business. And when you block out that time, you know what you're going to target that for that time in your business. Don't be all over the place, right? It is very important because we all get 24 hours in the day. But what you use your 24 hours, it's up to you. Are you going to use your 24 hours wisely? Or you're going to use your 24 hours to do things that doesn't edify you, things that is not educational to you, things is not beneficial to you? Are you going to use your 24 hours wisely? Or you're going to waste your time? Remember, time wasted cannot be caught again. It's already gone. It's up to you. Because we all get 24 hours. I don't get 48 and you get 24. I got the same 24. But for me, you know what I always tell people? I value time so much. My conversation, the things that I do with my time, the people that I put in my space in the time that I get is very, very important to me. I use my time wisely because I will be accountable for my time. So I ensure that how I use it wisely. Right?
I have one.
Something. Go ahead.
Just a quick addition. A lot of my videos that I do it in my lunchtime. I do my videos, a lot of them. But what I really wanted to add to this discourse is that the community that we are a part of, that community that never leaves anybody behind, it's also a place where you learn how to manage your time. That's some of the things that we address in our business meetings. Creating business plans, having targets, just recently in our last business meeting. So if you're listening, this is also one of the benefits as you become a business owner. The discussions are so good. They're very practical, and you're taught how to manage time, how to create plans, how to budget, you name it. A lot of teaching takes place in our community. So I just want to encourage you, if you're out there and you're afraid, you're skeptical, you're feeling, oh my God, is this right for me? You can never know until you have actually tried it. All right? So don't wait.
Yes, you can never know. Mhm.
Yeah, don't have regrets later.
You can never know. Dami, I know you're in HR and you're there for yourself. Like I know you have. How do you balance the time with your kid and your business and your job? How do you balance that?
Thanks, Charmaine. So, when you talk about balancing, it doesn't come from being perfect. You don't have to do everything perfectly. You just have to prioritize things and make sure that it flows with your normal routine. So, like Kate just shared, what are you doing in the morning before you resume your 9 to 5? There's a pocket of time there. During your lunch break, there's a pocket of time there. You come back from work. What are you doing in the evening after you put the kids to bed? What are you doing during that time? And also the weekend, you could have focused 1 to 2 hours at the weekend. So you don't need 5 hours a day. You just need to be intentional. And like they say, whatever you put attention on, whatever you focus on grows, right? So it's all about planning. You batch content, like you pick a day, maybe it's Sunday evening or Monday after work. You do your batch content so that you don't have to worry about it throughout the week. You use templates, you repurpose videos. I mean, the list is endless. And the beauty of this online business is the fact that it's automated. Online business automation helps. Your funnel is working even while you're at sleep. Ads are attracting people even while you're spending time with family. So it just makes everything more flexible and easy for you to just schedule yourself and plug in.
And that is powerful because it is your business. As Kate said earlier, you give your boss 8 hours, 16 hours, but this is your business. You're building a legacy. It's yours. You own it. No one can tell you when you come to work tomorrow morning, you're doing your online business that no, don't show up. We don't have enough job for you to do, so we're cutting back on employee. No, it's yours. When you turn up for your regular job, who knows what you will hear. Couple months ago, the federal workers went to work and there's no job. They had to go home, right? But they still had the bills to pay. And there's no job security anymore. So if you're watching us and you're thinking about you're in a secure job, no, that's a nada. There's no more job security. You create your own security. You must create your own security because there's no job security anymore. It's nada. So what are you creating for yourself? As Kate said, she saw the person teaching people how to dance with dog and they're making money. There's so many stuff. If it's not this online business, there's so many other stuff that you can do to earn. What is your vision? What is heavily on your heart? What is your passion? What is your desire? What keeps you up at night? What wakes you up early in the morning? That one thing, that thing is your thing. But are you basking in it? Are you learning about it? Are you envisioning the stuff that you can do with it? We're here to tell you that we're doing an online business that is a plug and pay business. It's easy. It's not hard. It's not hard. Coco just told you. She emptied out herself to you. She didn't understand nothing about computer. Nothing. But she came in scared. She came in. She started. And now she's in it 2 years ago. And she's in it for the long haul. So, Melissa, you might have someone who is going to be watching you in your replay or watching you now who is listening to our live and they're very, very scared. What would you say to that person? They're scared of starting an online business because we hear about so many things online that's happened to people. So, yeah, what would you say to that nurse who is watching you right now? Because you're speaking to your people as a mother, as a nurse. What would you say to that nurse who is watching you right now, who is just tired of being overworked? I work in healthcare. It's not easy. I'm in a different department now where it's not as hectic as years ago, 10 years ago. But healthcare is not an easy field. Yes. So
Yes.
what would you say to that nurse who have your children to go home to, but you go to work and you get stuck because staff didn't show up? So now you go for 8, but you have to do 16. And then by the time you go home, you're burnt out, you're tired, your kids are gone to bed, husband is sleeping. What would you say to that nurse who is watching you, who want to do something, but they're scared to do it?
So, as I said earlier, I grew up in a promise that, going abroad, you'll be rich. But when I realized that I'm just like working harder, not living better, and I knew something that has to change. And yes, I was scared when I was starting, especially something new. But here's something that I learned, I have to tell you, fear is normal, but it shouldn't paralyze you, because it shouldn't stop you from being stuck on the same cycle or being on a rat race. Wake up, work, sleep, pay bills, work, wake up, pay bills. Um, you don't have to be techie, and you don't have to quit your job. You don't need everything to be figured out, because you just need a big reason, your big why. And for me, that's my faith, my family, and I've been praying for more time, more options, and more breathing time. But if you're also feeling that nudge, do not ignore it. Don't let it freeze you, because as I said, going abroad didn't make me richer, but starting this business, gave me a little bit of breathing space to be able to spend more time with my kids. I know I still work 2 jobs, but then I don't have to like put myself too much, exert too much effort and pick, because I work 5 shifts. So instead of doing 6, I just do 5. Instead of like, pushing more, I just stop on doing the fifth one, the sixth one. And that day I'm more present with my kids. This business, make me more, gave me more freedom, as I said, to be able to spend with my family. And, that freedom for me is a blessing.
Freedom is a blessing. So for the nurse out there who is watching Melissa, she's saying to you tonight, freedom for her is a blessing. So if you're looking for freedom like Melissa, reach out to her. She's saying to you, it is a blessing. And I know you want that blessing too, because who wouldn't want freedom? We're doing this affiliate marketing business. We partner with different companies and we earn different stages of commission. We have our different franchise. We purchase our franchise. It's like you have a KFC and you have different franchise, right? That's what we do. We own it. It's ours, right? So I'm saying to you tonight, listen, if you're out there and you're curious but you're anyhow hesitant about change, start small. And the good thing is that you choose what you want to spend, what you want to start with, your franchise with. We have different stages, right? So it's up to you. Okay? Do what you need to change your own trajectory. Remember, nothing changes if nothing changes. You could watch the life from today until next 20 years from now. If you don't reach out and get to learn what we're talking about and step in, you'll never know what's happening on the inside of the business. You'll never know. Don't overthink it. Sometimes we overthink, this, that, should I do this, should I do that? What if this, what if that? Gather your information. Do your due diligence. Do your research. Come in. It's free to come in. Free to come in. Get the free information. And then after you get the information, you watch a live webinar, you see what's happening in the business, you hear from others who are doing the business, and then you can make your decision if you want to become a franchise owner also. The choice is yours. But first you come in and you get to get the information freely, then you make your decision. Do I want to become a franchise owner? Do I want to have my own business? The opportunity will be offered to you. Okay, all the information that you need. So don't overthink it. Ask your questions when you come on board. You have the opportunity to speak to your anyone who you sign up with. They will answer your question. Remember, growth comes from trying. So if you don't try, you'll never know how you're going to grow. If we here right now tonight didn't take that step and get off the fence, you know, they have the book with the frog sitting on the fence, waiting every time they're waiting to jump, and they never jump. So you've been on the fence 2025 from January. We're now in December, and you're saying you're going to jump. I'm going to start something. I'm tired of the lifestyle that I'm living. I'm tired of my life. This is not the life that God has for me. And you know deep down within your heart, your guts, that this is not it for you. There is more for you. You're sitting on the fence. You're wondering, you're pondering. Get off that fence. Because if you don't, you're going to stay on that fence and die with everything inside of you, and it never come to manifestation. Do you know where all the dreams and visions are today? They're in the graveyard. People die with them. It is so sad. We're saying to you tonight, give yourself an opportunity. And this opportunity is just not for you alone. It's for your family. It's for your children. You're building a legacy. The great thing with this business franchise that you will own for yourself, you can pass it on as a legacy to your children. So it doesn't stop with you. Okay? It is 100% legitimate. So if you are watching us and you want to start, you want to know more, comment ready in the chat on the live page that you're watching right now. Any one of these ladies, just comment ready in the chat or reach out to them with a private message. Private message them your name and your email in a private message. And they will definitely reach out to you and give you all the information that you need. Don't let 2026 come and find you in the position that you're in right now. You're desiring for a change. You're praying. You're hoping. We're saying to you, the change is right here in front of you. Reach out to any one of them. The change is here. 2026 is coming. And your 2026 don't have to look like your 2025. But it's up to you. It's definitely up to you. So, my ladies, I just want to thank you tonight. I want you to speak to your people. This is your moment. Take that minute to just speak to your people. And I'm going to begin with Sashana. And then I go around to Dami, Melissa, Coco, and Kate. Speak to your people who are watching you right now. And there are going to be others watching you in a replay. Someone also might share the live on your page to someone who they know is really looking for a change. What would you say to that person who will be logging on to your live and have a desire for something, or that person who doesn't know anything about online space and want to come on board? What would you say to that individual, that mother, that father, that grandmother, that aunt, that uncle, that sister, that brother right now? What would you say to them? The space is yours. Go ahead.
For me personally, I would say fear is normal, right? Everybody starts something new. They're scared, right? And unsure of what they're getting into. But staying exactly where you are doesn't remove the fear. It removes the opportunity that you're missing out on. You don't need to know everything in joining this business. You just need to be willing to learn new stuff, right? Also, you should desire a plan B going into 2026. As Charmaine said, don't let your 2026 look like your 2025, right? Start small, right? Start scared. Yes, you can, but start. And your future self will thank you in the long run. That's all that I have to say.
Wow. Start small, start scared, and your future self will thank you later. Powerful, powerful, Sashana.
Don't wait to feel ready. Ready comes from starting. So you are not meant to live just for your weekends. You deserve the flexibility. And this business is not just about income, it's about getting your life back. So if you're curious, explore it. You have nothing to lose. Curiosity is usually the first step towards that change that you desire. Thanks.
Curiosity leads you to the first step. So start.
As we wrap up, I just want to speak to to the especially to the woman like me, like nurses, moms, immigrants, the woman who carried the weight of everyone's expectations that we are the ones who were told go abroad and you'll get rich. We did everything right, and we worked long shifts and we gave up sleeps, holiday moments with our kids. We built a life from nothing, in our countries that were in our home, and still something in us are whispering, there has to be more. And you know what? As I said, what I've learned on this journey, you don't have to apologize for wanting more. You don't have to feel guilty for choosing your family, and you don't have to wait for permission to create a life with real freedom. Fear is normal, as I said, but it shouldn't paralyze you. If God placed a desire in your heart, it's because He see a future that's bigger than what you're standing right now. So to every nurse, every mom, and every woman who's listening, you're allowed to choose a life that doesn't drain you, and you're allowed to build options. You're allowed to build and create peace. You're allowed to choose freedom boldly and unapologetically. And if no one told you this today, you deserve a life that feels good on the inside as it is in the inside. So thank you for letting me share this story. So, you know, thank you so much.
If nobody told you, you deserve to live a life that feels good on the inside. You deserve it. So listen, you deserve to live that life. And that life is a life that God has promised you to live in abundance. What are you doing? Take a step. Look around. We're here on this platform. Reach out and live that life that you have been desiring to live. Coco, you're muted, hon.
Yes, yeah. Like I already say that the life you created. It's your life. Nobody pushing you. And to me, from me, I'm saying follow your guts. This is not an accident. It's meant to be. So you just follow your guts. You just believe in yourself and keep going. And take a small step, small action. You don't need to figure out everything because there's no such things in a perfect timing. So start from small, start from messy, start when you're not ready. You just follow your guts. That's all I'm saying. Thank you for having me. Join us. Thank you.
Start small, just start. Follow your guts. Powerful, powerful, powerful. Go ahead, Kate. Speak to your people, Kate, who is watching you. I will catch you in a replay.
I walk by faith, not by sight. And I know my Bible tells me that without faith it's impossible to please Him. It also said faith without works is dead. And so, whatever the Lord has deposited in us, skill sets, talents, a lot of us are underutilizing them and not utilizing them at all. So, to my fellow professionals, we are always working and taking care of others, investing in others. We invest in children that we teach. We invest in our own children. We invest in our employers. We invest in everybody else, and a lot of time at the expense of ourselves. We hardly invest in ourselves. And so I want us to understand that if we live our life in fear, it will only cripple us. Fear is a disease. And though I understand that it's so for some persons it might be a normal thing, but it is also a disease, and it compromises the body. It compromises you mentally, and it allows you not to be able to function. And so what I want to say, you have this dream, you have this desire. You know that all it takes is a step forward, right? To begin to activate that dream, but you're fearful. And what you're also doing is allowing others to project their own fears onto you, because that which they don't want to do, they are encouraging you to do the same. And so I want you to step out of that environment for a moment and begin to analyze yourself, begin to do some introspection and ask the hard questions about where are you going? What is down the road? What do I do after my 9 to 5 doesn't need me anymore? What about if that job security that we have been discussing, it becomes my reality where I no longer have a job? What is my fallback? What is my plan B? These are some hard questions, and we have to ask ourselves, what do I do in the event of, And so I want us to recognize that when we see opportunities, we can't allow fear to paralyze us. We have to take the bull by the horn and begin to navigate life with wisdom, and not just what we hear people say and what we hear people are doing. One of the most important things is that anything that can be fact checked is worth looking into, right? Doing your due diligence is a part of the game. And once you can do that, then you are already on your way to giving yourself a fighting chance.
Fear. Wow. Well said, ladies. Well said. So you all heard it from all these ladies on this live tonight. Sashana, Dami, we have Melissa, Coco, and Kate. You heard it from all of them about what is holding you back, what they went through, what pulled them through, what they're introducing to you, this online business, and to let you know that don't let fear hold you back. Don't allow this opportunity to go and pass, and you never stop by to see what is it all about. Listen, reach out to any one of these ladies on their platform. We do affiliate marketing, right? We partner with companies. We purchase our franchise. We assist others to start their own online business. This is a business that is doable. It doesn't matter how if you're technologically savvy, you must be 18 and older to start this online business. You can start this business solo. You can start it with your spouse. You can start it with your kid. If your child is 18 and older, you can start this business. So guess what? There's so many opportunities that this business has to offer to you, both mentally, physically, emotionally, and financially. Growth. There's so much growth in this community. We are around for over 51 years. We're currently in 27 different countries globally. So it's a global business. Right? So it doesn't stop like you're going to say you're going to be left alone. No, you won't be left alone. You have a coach and a mentor that is assigned to you to assist you in the business. You have the trainings from A to Z in every area of this business to help you to leverage and to scale. We have daily drop-ins. We also have a lot of different sessions, masterminds. There's so much education that this business offers to you. If you're watching us tonight, and you might catch us in a replay, if we're speaking to just even one person who is really looking for a change, we're here to help that one person. So I thank you, ladies. Thank you so much. I applaud you for coming out and just sharing your story. speaking to the audience tonight and to let them know that this business is doable. You came in and you started, and you're saying to them that they can do the same. Thank you so much. And to the audience who is watching us tonight, I just want to say, on behalf of myself and all the ladies, we thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to stay with us and to watch it. And also, for those who will watch us in a replay, thank you so much. And I hope you get something from this session tonight. And remember, drop a ready in any one of these ladies' chat, or send them a direct message with your email and your name, and they will get you plugged in and get you started. It's a free 90-minute webinar that they will send to you, and you can learn how the business operates and get to see other success stories in the business. We have all different type of people from all walks of life in this business, and you will get to learn and ask your questions and just to see what the business is all about. Thank you so much again. Good night and have a blessed and wonderful weekend. Listen, I'm here every Thursday. Tell it to someone. 8 p.m. EST time. Every Thursday live, I'm here. Come on next week, Thursday, right here. I think it's the 18th of December with the next live. Share it with someone. Let them know Charmaine is here. We're breaking limits. We're not staying in the box anymore. The corners are broken down, and we have stepped out of the box, and we are breaking barriers. All right? So thank you again, and see you next week. Bye, everyone. Thanks. Thank you again. Thank you again.